Hey everybody, and welcome to the channel Talk Daily. My name is Eddie, and today we're going to talk about a subject that I think is very important and relevant currently. That is purchasing a used vehicle. Now, currently I am on consumerreport.org, and they have tips and expert picks to help you find a reliable pre-owned vehicle at a price you can afford. This article is it's a little bit old. It's October 7, 2021 by Benjamin Preston. But the reason I picked it because it's really not relevant how old this article is, because of course the vehicles will be older and it's irrelevant. Okay. Um, the age of it is things still remain the same. Okay. He talks about the used car prices have soared this year because the global microchip shortage that hasn't changed since the article was written on October 7. If anything, it's really gotten a little bit worse. But things are getting actually better because they're manufacturing now chips. They're bringing in plans to manufacture chips and make new factories to manufacture the chips. So anyway, that's everything will be fine. Okay, it just takes time for adaptation. Okay, life will find a way. My favorite quote from if you know what movie that is, put it on a quote. Put it on the comments below. Life will always find a way. Yeah, life will be fine, man. It's just us humans are the problem. Anyway, fewer cars for sale has increased demand for used cars, pushing prices up more than 40% above normal. I don't like statistics because to me, 99% of statistics is bullshit. But whatever, not 40% above, no, whatever that means. But what that means, you're gonna pay more. Okay, and what 40% above what? I don't know, MSRP. Let's not go into that. Save. So anyway, he talks about considering these key factors: safety equipment, strong reliability, and age. Um, I'm the opposite. I first thing I do look is the age, the age. Okay, we're all getting older. It's the age, man. It's the age. Okay, and a vehicle meant to be used depends how much you're gonna use it for. If you're gonna buy something that's 20, 15 years old, I would look at the mileage. To me, that is the age. The age of the vehicle is really nothing but a number. It's the mileage, how many miles you have on it. Okay, it's just kind of like when you see these people running on the street, and you're wondering why is this guy's running. To be healthy, bro. But then when they're 50 years old, their knees are busted, and they need knee replacement, hip replacement, blah 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 blah. Um, Mileage, man, mileage. Okay, I'm not saying if you run, you're gonna need surgery, okay? But you understand what I'm trying to say, okay? It's all about mileage, it's usage, okay? For humans, it's genetics and age and mileage, whatever. But um, for cars, it's 100% mileage. Age could only be bad if the vehicle is just completely not moving. You're getting a car that was sitting in a barn for 25 years. Well, yeah, every single serpentine belt and tire and everything is falling apart, obviously. Okay, so not to that extent. But a vehicle has been used not as frequent as a guy who drives 100 miles every day. A car that's been driven 5 miles a day is nice. Doesn't matter how old it is, still good. Um, Reliability, that's a very leave it up to. I leave it up to the way you interpret it. What I mean reliability? What you're gonna look at the car and say, yep, this car is good. What? I don't know a car that just falls apart. I mean, we're not talking about 1970s cars, right? We're not talking about like some Italian spaghetti wiring in your car. We're talking about you're gonna buy something that's right now with 2022. You're gonna buy something that's more than 22 years old. Okay, 1999, 1998. You're gonna go what to 1990? At that point, you know what you want, and if someone like me who's like, oh yeah, I want that 1994 M edition Miata, boom, I know what I want. I know how to fix it. Okay, I wanna get the 1989 CRX SI, CRX SI, or whatever. I want the Challenger. I want to get that Mustang. You already know what you're getting. So we're not talking about we are the 1% of people who have cars. This is about like the general public. Okay, with everyone else. Okay, people look at a car as a tool, which is a car is a tool. I mean, you mean to use it, and you want something that doesn't break down on you. Safety equipment, adaptive cruise control. He mentions it. To me, kind of old school. To me, safety equipment will be like those extra airbags and the ABS. But of course, right now that stuff is standard. But adaptive cruise control is fantastic. If you have a long commute, I would highly suggest you have adaptive cruise control. I had the chance to drive a vehicle adaptive cruise control when I was in Spain, and it was fantastic. It was fantastic. It was a Seat, a Spanish car, but and a very small engine, but it was a fantastic vehicle. strong reliability. Again, we discussed that. I don't know what that means. Age, we all know what age is, but I think it's called mileage. Search online, buy at your own lease, choose a less popular model. Search online, of course. What else are you gonna search at, right? Buy out your lease. Yeah, I mean that's a financial advice right there. Almost all these contracts come with a buyout clause. So consider buying the car you're leasing when the term ends. If the buyout price for your car was set before the pandemic, it's likely to be far lower than the car is currently worth on open market. Buying a car you've been leasing could be your best bet in the current market, Fisher says. You'll be able to maintain the level of features and comfort you're used to and might have to give up if you bought another car at today's elevated prices. That is so, so true. Still, till now. Choose a less popular model. To me, I wouldn't do that. I mean, how many cars you buying? Okay, buy the thing you want. I'm a high believer in that. Okay, you're looking at sneakers and oh, this sneaker costs $40. I'm gonna buy it, but I wanted the one that costs 200. You buy the $40 one, you wear it for a couple of days, it's garbage, it falls apart, and you don't like it. Same thing with these things. You want a pickup truck and you end up buying a minivan. Are you happy? No. So you need to know what you want. You want a pickup truck? You need to get a pickup truck. You want to put stuff in the back, put lumber. I'm gonna put whatever, dirt. I can't do that with a minivan. But to me, SUVs and minivan are interchangeable. You can find minivan all-wheel drive, the Sienna. You can get stuff as all-wheel drive. Um, to me, SUVs are. If people say about safety, what safety? You could roll, but I mean, you have traction control. There's a lot of electronics keeping the vehicle from not flipping. But have you driven an SUV? I don't know. People want to sit high. They don't have that feeling. I don't have those kind of complexes. I like sedans. There's a lot of people in my car. I want to be low to the ground. I want to hug the road because I'm on the road. I'm not driving up mountains, and I don't. Again, it depends where you live. If you live in an area that has no paved road, then yeah, SUV by all means, and trucks. Hatchbacks are fantastic if you live in a city or like in congested area. What else you want but a hatchback? Um, Minivan if you have a lot of people. But anyways, there are options. Pick the one that you want. I don't think you should. Some of them are interchangeable, like a sedan and a hatchback. You could, I guess, kind of interchangeable. Minivan and a sedan. Not really. I think minivan to me is more like an SUV. Pickup trucks are pickup trucks, and front wheel drive SUVs are to me a no. Do not buy that. Are you kidding? What is that? Do you like to fool yourself? Like what's a front wheel drive SUV? What is that supposed to do? Get stuck on? On the front wheel drive, it's only front left tire that's working, right? You're just gonna sit there in the mud and just one wheel spinning. Don't look at that crap. Come on. You want to get a car when you look behind and you see that little space where the rear diff is supposed to be at and the drive shaft's supposed to go in there. When you look in the back of the car, you don't want that. Don't buy that. That's too much. That's too much. Don't buy that. Don't buy the SUV at that point, or save more money. Save up. Save more money. Easier said than done. I totally understand. Be smart about financing. Compare offers. That's 100%. Determine a budget looking at both a monthly and overall cost, and get a pre-approved offer from your bank or credit union before you go to the dealership. I prefer credit union. It's just me. If your dealership can't beat the offer, you can be confident that you secure a good loan rate. Walk into a dealership with your financing setup gives you a big leg in the negotiation. The negotiation. I hate negotiation. I'm the kind of person that, how much a car? Thank you. Bye. And I was like, how much is this car out of the door? And usually the number just goes up. They advertise at a certain price and the other price goes up. MSRP, dealer markup. It depends where you are. I think dealer markup cannot go more than 10%, something like that. Be aware of extended warranties. And here what comes down to help if you're mechanically savvy. Extended warranty, that's my opinion of extended warranty. It said most people are better off saving for unexpected repairs because extended warranty contracts contain complex legal language that can be difficult to understand. Depends on your dealer. I mean, I don't want to advertise one company from other, but some places you can get like an extended warranty that covers from A to Z. I'm talking from engine to everything. I'm a fan of if you spend a lot of money, I kind of want to get some warranty behind it. So I would go with the warranty, but and here's a big but. I don't purchase vehicles that I know they're gonna break down. For example, if you bought a Range Rover, please, you know that thing's gonna break down. You know the shock's gonna go out. You know something in that vehicle is not gonna be right in about 6 months. Get the extended warranty because you bought a vehicle that's super super questionable, and that goes back to like what we talk about reliability. It's just the some cars when they have high mileage on them, they will break down. Um, so I don't buy those vehicles. I don't buy cars that are way too complex. I don't buy luxury cars because to me cars is just a machine that I just go from A to B in. Luxury is something, in my personal opinion, my house is luxurious. What I wish, but I don't know. To me, it's just a car because you just park it on the street and birds poop on it and stuff. Yeah, I mean, uh, my daily commuter luxury. I want to be comfortable. A lot of luxurious cars are comfortable, but the complexity, I don't need too much complexity in my car. The seat, if it's adjustable with a knob, I'm happy. It's good to go, man. The massage and things, again, creature comfort. Once you get used to them, you can't go back, right? I bet you, when you sit in a Mercedes S Class and you see those massage in the seats, oh my God, it's wonderful. So, anyways, yes, another example. You buy a Mercedes S Class, you better get an extended warranty of any sort because ignition coil on a Mercedes S Class is going to cost you, I don't know, $600, a lot. Anyway, and right now used parts are expensive. Don't lease a used car. That's really, really key. And I'm going to read this paragraph because I can't say it any better. There are significant financial risks to leasing a used car, including the potentially high cost of repairing the vehicle you don't even own. On the chance you do lease a used car, try to get one still under factory warranty or consider purchasing extended warranty coverage if there are not a lot of exclusion. It is also possible to take over someone else's lease through a company like SwapLease. In this case, the car is likely still under the warranty and have better maintenance history. Don't lease a used car, buy the used car. If you want to lease new, that way just get rid of it and get another one. Know what you're buying, check the car history, walk around the car, take a test drive, get a mechanical inspection. That should be standard. Check the car history. For example, Carfax, walk around the car. Don't buy a car that looks horrible, looks like in a bad shape. Just walk away from that car. It doesn't matter the mileage is low. Walk away from it. Take a test drive. Don't buy a vehicle without test driving it because no matter what, even if you don't think you're mechanically inclined and you know how cars work, you're gonna be able to tell if something's wrong with a vehicle by just driving it. And to get a mechanical inspection, I would definitely prefer that. If you're not mechanically inclined or you don't have the room and the space to inspect the vehicle that's just parked in a place and the guy doesn't want you to touch it, don't buy it. Get a mechanical inspection. Um, and here's one thing that this article doesn't mention, which I really, really want to highlight. A lot of us buy cars that are really, really cheap, like $5,000, $6,000 car, $7,000 car, and um, we don't fit under some of these guidelines as far comparing offer bikes and warranty. They're used cars, $5,000 cars, $6,000 cars. So what do you do at that point? I would like to mention on top of these points, check the car history, walk around the car, take a test drive, get a mechanical inspection. Make sure the individual who is selling you that vehicle, the individual, I'm talking about a person, a dealer, whatever, have the vehicle title. They have the piece of paper that says, I am the owner of this vehicle. That's my name, and here's my ID, and that's who I am, and I'm the owner. I have the ability to sell it to you. And even on the title, make sure that his name is on it. It's not like, for example, two names. Some title says, you can't transfer it unless you have two signatures, and this person and that person own the vehicle. You can't go through that process if there's the one person is missing from those two people that are supposed to be on the title. So that's extremely important. You know how many people buy cars and the guy tells them, whoever you're buying it from, oh, I'll give you yeah, it's coming by the mail. It was out of state and I registered in whatever, Arizona, and it's coming to Colorado and you'll have it. Where is the title? Do not buy a vehicle without a title. He gives you a story, walk away. There's a lot of cars out there. I personally know a friend of mine who bought a vehicle and he's stuck with his car. He doesn't have a title. I don't know how he bought it. He's my neighbor and I felt really bad for him. So let's not talk about that anymore. I was just shocked. How do you buy a car without a title? People with scams. There's a lot of scams out there, especially that the people feed off, and unfortunately, the poor feeds off the poor. They just it's so sad. People take advantage of people who don't have money. You're desperately trying to get a car, and there you go, very low mileage. You buy it, and then you don't have a title. Make sure the car pass all the inspections so you can register it to your name. What's the point of buying a car that doesn't pass inspection and you just sitting there with a heap of machine that has no use? Um, Lastly, don't buy a car that looks bad. I mean, I think that fits under walk around the car. Don't buy a car that looks bad. Don't buy a car that's an eyesore. Don't buy a car that's not have been taken care of. I'm not just talking about the obvious dripping oil and then it's leaking and it smells like horrible. Just don't buy a car that has absolutely never been vacuumed, gum stuck on the carpet. Don't buy it. And it doesn't matter if you were saying, "Oh, I'm buying this car because I'm gonna restore it. Oh, this is a really rare model." No, what? No, even if you're gonna, I'm okay. I'm not talking about restoration of like an air cooled 911. Okay, I'm not restoration of a Ferrari GTO. We're not gonna find that car, but anyway, we're not talking about stuff like that. I'm talking about a car that even if you want to restore like a car, I would look for the most intact model you can possibly find. Save yourself a lot of money, especially the older cars. There's no parts out there. If you get a car that's more intact, the better it is. Get a car from someone who already worked on it. It's probably even a better deal. Go on the forums and find those cars. And that's how you find those vehicles for modification, guys, for people who like cars. But for regular consumer, don't buy a car that has the paint's coming off, the headlight is messed up. I mean by messed up and like it's all fogged up. And hey, no, I'm not gonna buy it. Can you fix that? No, I don't want to fix it. Nah, I don't want to deal with it. Because guess what? When he fog, once you clean it out, you could clean the headlight, but then they're gonna get dim again and buying a new one. Just get something that's already good and visually good. It's clean, not really messed up. Yeah, messed up in the sense that it's just filthy. Okay. Um, Another point I also want to mention, beside the title and the vehicle being in good condition, before I forget, make sure that when and that's really really obvious, okay? But when you're purchasing that vehicle, make sure it's the car that you want. It's not the car that you are being persuaded into buying. Don't buy a car because just have the low mileage. Buy the car that you actually really want. If you're buying a car that's just because it has a low mileage, that might not, you're not be satisfied with it in the long run. So just buy it as something that you like, you enjoy. What else? So yeah, check the car history, walk around the car, take a test drive, mechanical inspection, make sure the car is not the salvage. Make sure that you do not purchase, and that's the final line. I don't care. I'm putting that line. Do not buy a car that's already insurance company said it is salvage. Walk away. The title says salvage. You said, oh, thank you very much. He might tell you, oh no, 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 it's just been hit on the right corner and we're just simple hit and we're just cosmetic, but because the car is old, repairs cost more than the car's value. Walk away. Yeah, great. Man, there's so many sad stories out there. I can tell you a sad story about some cat that fell off a tree somewhere in India. That's irrelevant. I don't care about sad stories. I don't have time for sad stories, okay? I cool, that's nice. But walk away. Walk away. I don't care about, oh no, but it's great. Go find another. There's a million car out there. Why do you have to be stuck with that car with this guy telling you that story? Walk away. It's like a bad relationship. Just walk away from it. Okay? Don't even start that relationship, okay? Okay? So don't get a car that's already been salvaged. Argument some people would have is they tell you, oh, it's nothing. The car is fine. It's just the radiator support. The car got a little front end collision. It's just the radiator support. No, no. I don't care. I don't care because when I get insure that car, the insurance company gonna look at it and say, well, that car is nothing worth more than, I don't know, a certain amount of money, $500. I'm just gonna throw it out there. 500. Car is worth no more than 500. What do you mean? My tires cost more than the car? Yeah, pretty much. No, no, no. What? Come on. Cars, and you never know if you get a pinch in the future and want to get rid of your car. If it's salvage, it's $500. Why? Just buy the car, man. $500, then I would just give the guy $400 for it. Oh, you want 7,000? No, I'll give you 500. You want 500 for it? No, then okay, thank you very much. That's what insurance company values that car at. So yeah, don't get a salvage vehicle. Beside that, just be patient And this whole thing will pass along. This whole chip shortage will pass, and manufacturing is gonna pick up. And actually, I'm predicting we're gonna have excess manufacturing. We're gonna manufacture a lot because everybody wants to make money, right? So they're gonna make a lot. Once all these factories manufacturing chip, they're opening some in the United States, and when those factories start kicking off manufacturing, I think we'll be all right. I don't see this as an emergency or something that's gonna last maybe 1 more year, 2 more years, and it's not the end of the world. Um, what's nice is that in 2 years, the car is also gonna probably gonna drop in value dramatically, right? Because when people are able to buy newer cars, those older cars are gonna be even cheaper. So anyhow, yeah, just take your time, and again, there's some luck involved in it. But if you're very, you take your time, you don't get emotional, and you look at many many models and give yourself time to inspect the car, you should be good. You should be good. Most cars are not like built like they used to build them in the 70s or the 60s when they actually fall apart. They rust out. They 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 literally fell apart. Cars are now built with good amount of technology in them, with good safety features. Cars will not break down, and I'll put my reputation on the line here. A car should not break down until 100,000 miles. I mean, even it should be 100,000 miles still running. A lot of cars don't even need to do change transmission oil until like something not like almost 80, 60, 100. Spark plugs, 100,000 mile. Oil, yeah, we still have to do the oil regularly. The only way you can mess up the car if you don't do the oil on it regularly, you could ruin it. But most cars, they are very reliable machines. A lot of cars we have here, they're manufacturers. So um, yeah, there might be some rotten apples out there. There might be some unlucky people, some recalls, some airbag problems, seatbelt problem. But most in general, your car should be okay unless it has really, really high mileage. I'm talking about like 200,000 mile, 160 and above. Yeah, then we start looking into oil consumption. We start looking at transmission wearing out because remember, it's a vehicle, a lot of moving components in it. So I think you're buying a car at 80,000 miles, you can get good service out of it. 120 is the max I would buy a car with mileage. 120,000 miles, the max I would go. I won't go above 120. Okay, so anyways, thank you for watching. My name is Eddie, and this Talk Daily. Let me know what you guys think about the comments below, and take care. See you next time. Bye bye.